We begin from the nation's capital, where the federal government has met with the leadership of the Nigeria Labour Congress and Trade Union Congress of Nigeria with a view to resolving the ongoing strike. The meeting, held at the office of the National Security Advisor, was attended by the NSA Nuhu Ribadu, Minister of Labour Simon Lalong, Minister of State for Labour Nkeiruka Onyeajeocha, and other Labour leaders. Labour leaders were led to the meeting by TUC President Festus, Osifo, NLC Secretary General Emmanuel Ugboaja, TUC Secretary General Nuhu, Toro, and other Labour leaders. The meeting was held behind closed doors, after which the parties spoke on the outcome. Minister of Labour and Employment Simon Lalong said the meeting was held at the office of the NSA because of the security considerations associated with the strike and its genesis. He said the two sides had frank, fruitful, and genuine discussions on steps that have been taken by the government to address the concerns of Labour over the incident in Imo State. Simon Lalong said the Labour leaders agreed to take the outcome back to their members and consider the plea of government to call off the strike in the interest of the nation. President of the TUC, Festus Osifo, said Labour would go back and appraise the outcome of the meeting and communicates its members appropriately with a view to taking a decision on the way forward. Let's talk more about the industrial action and the meeting that held earlier today. And joining us is the National Secretary, Trade Union Congress of Nigeria, Nuhu, Toro. Thank you for joining us on TVC News at 7. The Minister of Labour has described the meeting that held earlier today as frank and fruitful. Do we therefore expect the strike to be called off tonight?
Well, I don't even have the competencies to tell you whether the strike will be called off or not. That competence resides with the National Executive Council of both the NLC and TUC, which is meeting now. It is after the meeting of the NEC that whatever instruction they give, the Secretariat of both the TUC and the NLC will implement.
But as it stands, many have faulted the decision of Labour on this issue, describing it as personal with political colorations. How do you respond to that?
No, that is not correct. Who told you that Ajero or Labour leaders cannot be members of political parties? Is an issue of infringement of fundamental right. And fundamental right have labor issues. So when there's an infringement on the sanctity of the office of the number one worker, you expect us to look the other way? Certainly the answer is no. It is an affront on not just Ajero as an individual, but the entire working people in Nigeria and their families. So, which means invariably, Ajero or any labor leader cannot go to any state to mobilize or exercise his fundamental right, and he will be severely dealt with by thugs under the supervision of the police. Don't forget, the injustice that was meted, or the assault on Ajero, was done right in front of the Labour House in Owerri. So how does that translate to a Labour Party office in Owerri? There is no political coloration whatsoever. He went there to canvass for workers' issues that we had an understanding and a memorandum of understanding signed with the Imo State government, specifically on the 7th of May 2023, 7 months down the line, as little as constituting a tripartite committee to look at the complaint of unfair labor practice that was lodged against the state government. The government couldn't constitute the committee. That is what brought us where we are. And some people argue that is ill time. If for 7 months we've waited, I mean, does that also translate to being ill time? So people need to understand the truth, and it must be brought bare that it was a clear case of an assault on the number one worker of the NLC in Nigeria. And that is what we are kicking against. And again, we had provided a window from the ultimatum we issued, a window even from the picketing we had at the Nnamdi Airport and the office of the IGP, which the government did not leverage on, only for us to wake up And we are hearing stories that they were injunctioned, that we were never served. So the issue of human rights is a national issue, and that was why the labor movement, in its wisdom, decided to go on strike. But interestingly, posterity will bear us witness. The National Security Advisor on behalf of the government has apologized to Ajero and the labor movement, and has assured us that the people that perpetrated that injustice, some of them have been arrested, and that is what we are asking for. Arrest them, try them. If they are found culpable, please do the needful under the law. We are not asking for too much. That's just what we are asking for. And you can see, like I said, the NSA has issued a statement that some of them have been picked already. And that is what we wanted, including investigating Commissioner of Police Abubakar Barde, under whose watch as the Commissioner of Police in Imo, and the area commander that led that notorious operation should be detained, tried, and if found culpable, should be dealt with in accordance with the law. Of course, there is also a notorious special advisor to the governor, Nwaneri Chinasa, who also led the talks to unleash that terror on Comrade Ajero. We know him. They should also pick him. If he has not been picked, they should pick him, investigate him. If he's found culpable on the role he played, the government should do the needful and punish him in accordance with the laws of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. That is all we are asking for.
Well, we understand the meeting is underway now. We appreciate you for taking time out to explain this to us, and we look forward to the resolution that would arise from that meeting. Nuhu Toro is Secretary General, Trade Union Congress of Nigeria. Thank you for talking to us on TVC News at 7.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. God bless Nigeria.